When we first got the car, we knew there'd be rust. What we didn't know was how much.
So here we are, but before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we need to roll this back a little bit visually so you can see what we're looking at everything here with the body panels all on. The battery tray, toast. The cowl, not pretty. The floor pans, waiting to fall out. And the rear quarter, we'll talk about that one later. As we started pulling things apart, it didn't take long to realize Bruce had been holding himself together out of pure stubbornness.
We started the disassembly by stripping out the interior entirely. This consisted of ripping out the carpets, the interior seats, the side door panels, as well as the small trimming that came in the front footwells and passenger sidewalls, as well as what was remaining left of the headliner. As we stretch across the floor, you can see there's a little bit of patches that were done in the floor pan that weren't done quite right. They're just kind of done to get it done, and strip the dash as much as possible to move it on to the next steps of moving forward. On the exterior, we took out all of the headlights and brake lights, blinkers, everything like that that had electrical components attached, and put them aside for later. In the trunk, there's a little bit of surface rust and a little bit of crinkle, nothing too bad. And then we also took the exhaust out. At this point, we could no longer do anything else at the house, so we trailed it over to F5 Services where I work. And then once we got it over there, we ripped out the engine, the transmission, and the drive axle to get it ready to get everything else done. In order to get the body work started, I started by taking off the trunk lid and sanded it down with a laser beam and with a orbital disc sander to get back down to bare metal as close as possible. In the bottom, we got it just close enough to where it'd be good enough to finish, and I started ripping off the main panels in the front, stripping it all the way down to the chassis as much as possible so we could strip it down and get it repainted so that there's no longer any rust, and we also ended up discovering a few extra things. And in this area, we can see that I have a little bit of a parts room showing everything that what I've done thus far and stored, and so it doesn't sit outside, collect any more rust and get any more damage while moving forward in the project. And after all of this is done, we started discussions with our mechanic to see what it is that we needed to get the engine ready to rock and roll, so we began disassembly on that.